Hello, and welcome everyone to Story Time with Captain Party. Getting up there now, almost to the end. We're on chapter 33. So let's read it. Wednesdays mean Nico. Fridays mean Tanya. Sundays mean Lisa. I catch her in the parking lot at the community center, 2 doors down from the sexaholics meeting. We waste some sperm in a janitor's closet with a mop next to us, left standing in a bucket of gray water. There's cases of toilet tissue for Lisa to lean over. I'm splitting her ass so hard that with every drive she headbutts a shelf of folded rags. I'm licking sweat off her back for a nicotine buzz. This is life on Earth as I knew it. The kind of rough, messy sex where you first want to spread out some newspapers. This is me trying to put things back the way they were before Page Marshall. Period revival, I call it. Me trying to reconstruct how my life worked until just a few weeks ago. How my dysfunction used to function so beautifully. Asking the back of Lisa's scrubby hair, I say, "You'd tell me if I was getting too sweet, wouldn't you?" And pulling her hips back against me, I say, "Tell the truth." I'm ramming at a regular steady pace, asking, "You don't think I'm soft, do you?" And to keep from triggering, I picture airplane crash sites and stepping on crap. And my dog burning hard, I imagine police photos of car wrecks and point-blank shotgun damage. And to keep from feeling anything, I just keep stuffing it. Stuffing dick, stuffing feelings. When you're a sexaholic, it's for sure the same goddamn thing. Plugged in deep, I reach around her, forced in tight. I reach under her to twist a hard, pointed nipple in each hand, and sweating her dark brown shadow in the light brown case of toilet paper, Lisa says, "Ease up." She says, "Just what are you trying to prove, man?" That I'm an unfeeling jerk. That I really don't care. What would Jesus not do? Lisa, Lisa, with 3-hour release form, she grips the case of toilet paper and hacks and coughs. And with my hands, I feel her abs spasm rock hard, rippling between my fingers. The muscles of her pelvic floor, the pubicogus muscles, they call PC muscles for short, and they spasm. The clenched drag on my dog is incredible. See also Grafenberg spot. See also the goddess spot. See also the tantric sacred spot. See also Taoist black pearl. And Lisa spreads her hands open against the wall and shoves herself back at me. All these names for the same place, all these symbols for the real thing. The Federation of Feminist Healthcare Center calls it the urethral sponge. And the 17th century Dutch anatomist Reginier de Graaf called this same mass of erectile tissue, nerves, and glands the female prostate. And all these names for 2 inches of urethra you can feel through the front wall of the vagina, and the anterior wall of the vagina, and what some people call the bladder neck. All of this is just the same bean-shaped territory. Everybody wants to name it. Just take their own flag, their symbol. And to keep from triggering, I picture first-year anatomy and dissecting out the 2 legs of the clitoris and the cura, each about as long as your index finger. Picture dissecting out the corpus cavernosa, the 2 cylinders of erectile tissue in the penis. We cut out the ovaries. We remove the testes. You learn to cut out all the nerves and lay them off to one side. The cadaver stinking with formalin and formaldehyde, that new car smell. And with this cadaver stuff in mind, you can ride for hours without getting anywhere. You can kill a lifetime without feeling anything but skin, and that's the magic of these sexaholic chicks. When you're an addict, you can go without feeling anything except drunk or stoned or hungry. Still, when you compare this to other feelings, to sadness, to anger, fear, worry, despair, and depression, well, an addiction no longer even looks so bad. It looks like a very viable option. Monday, I stay home after work and sort through my mom's old tapes of therapy sessions. Here are 2,000 years of women on one shelf. Here's my mother's voice, steady and deep, the way it was when I was a little shit. The bordello of the subconscious. Bedtime stories. Imagine a heavy weight pressing your body, settling your head and arms deeper and deeper into the cushions of the couch. The tape playing on headphones. Remember to fall asleep on a towel. Here's the name. Mary Todd Lincoln in one tape session. No way, too ugly. See also Wallace Simpson session. See also Martha Ray session. Here's the three Bronte sisters. Not real women, but symbols, just their names as empty shells you can project into. You can fill with antique stereotypes and cliches. Milk-white skin and bustles, button shoes and hoop skirts. Naked except for whalebone corsets and crocheted snoods. Here are Emily and Charlotte and Anne Bronte, lying around naked and bored on horsehair settees, one fetid hot afternoon in the parlor. Sex symbols. You fill in the rest, the props and the positions, the roll-top desk, the pump organ. Insert yourself as Heathcliff or Mr. Rochester. Just put in the tape and relax. And if we can ever imagine the past, the future, life on other planets, everything is such an extension, such a projection of life as we know it. And me, locked in my room, Denny comes and goes. As if it's just some innocent accident, I catch myself thumbing through the marshals in the phone book. She's not listed. And after work some nights, I take the bus that goes past St. Anthony's. She's never in any of the windows. And riding past, you can't guess which is her car in the parking lot. I don't get off. Whether I'd slash her tires or leave a note, I don't know. And Denny comes and goes, and every day there's fewer rocks in the house. And if you don't see somebody every day, you see them change. Me watching from an upstairs window, Denny comes and goes, pushing bigger and bigger rocks in a shopping cart, and every day Denny looks a little bigger inside his old plaid shirt, and his face gets tan, and his chest and shoulders get big enough to spread the plaid out so that it doesn't hang in folds. He's not huge, but he's bigger, big for Denny. And watching Denny from the window, I am a rock. I am an island. And I call down, does he need any help? On the sidewalk, Denny looks around, his arms hugging a rock to his chest. Up here, I say, do you need me to help you? And Denny heaves the rock into a shopping cart, and he shrugs. He shakes his head, and he looks up at me, one hand shading his eyes. I don't need any help, he says, but you can help if you want. Never mind. What I want is to be needed. What I want is to be indispensable to somebody. Who I need is somebody that will eat up all my free time, my ego, my attention. Somebody to be addicted to me, a mutual addiction. See also Paige Marshall. It's the same way a drug can be something good and also something bad. You don't eat, you don't sleep. Eating Lisa isn't really eating. Sleeping with Sarah Bernhardt, you're not really asleep. The magic of sexual addiction is you don't ever feel hungry or tired or bored or lonely. On the dining room table, all the new cards pile up and all the checks and the best wishes from a lot of strangers. Strangers who want to believe that they're somebody's hero and who think that they're needed. Some woman writes about how she started a prayer chain for me, a spiritual pyramid scheme, as if you can gang up on God and bully him around. The fine line between praying and nagging. Tuesday evening, a voice on the answering machine is asking for my permission to move my mom up to the third floor at St. Anthony's, the floor where you go to die. And what I hear first is, this isn't Dr. Marshall's voice. And yelling back at the answering machine, I say, sure, move the crazy bitch upstairs, make her comfortable. But I'm not paying for any heroic measures, no feeding tubes, no respirators. The way I react could be nicer, but the soft way the administrator talks to me, the hush in her voice, the way she assumes that I'm a nice person. I tell her soft little recorded voice not to call me again until Mr. Mancini is good and dead. And unless I'm scamming for money, I'd rather people hate me than feel sorry for me. And hearing this, I'm not angry, and I'm not sad. All I feel anymore is horny. And Wednesday means Nico. And in the women's room, the padded fist of her pubic bone punching me in the nose. Nico wipes and smears herself up and down my face for 2 hours. And Nico laces her fingers together across the back of my head and pulls my face up into her until I'm choking pubic hair. tonguing insides of the labia minora. I'm tonguing the folds of Dr. Marshall's ear, and I'm breathing through my nose, and I'm stretching my tongue towards salvation. And Thursday is Virginia Woolf first, and then it's Anais Nin. And then there's just enough time for a session with Sacagawea before it's morning time, and then I have to go to work in 1734. And in between, I write down my past in my notebook, and this is doing my fourth step, my fearless and complete moral inventory. Friday means Tanya. And by Friday, there are no more rocks in my mom's house. And Tanya comes by the house. Tanya means anal. And the magic of getting butt is that she's tight as a virgin every time, and Tanya brings toys, beads and rods and probes, and these all smell like bleach, and then she smuggles them around in a black leather bag, and she keeps in the trunk of her car. Tanya works my dog with one hand in her mouth while she presses the first ball in a long, full string of greasy red rubber beads against my trap door. My eyes closed. I'm trying to relax enough. Breathe in and then out. Think of the monkey and the chestnuts. Slow and even, in and then out. Tanya twisting the first ball against me, I say, "You'd tell me if I sounded too needy, wouldn't you?" And the first ball plops inside. "Why don't people believe me," I say, "when I tell them I just don't care?" And the second ball pops in. "And I really can't give a shit about anything," I say. And another ball pops in. "I'm not going to get hurt again," I say. And something else pops inside of me. And Tanya's still throating my dog. She makes a fist around the dangling strings, and then she yanks. Imagine a woman yanking your guts out. See also My Dying Mother. See also Dr. Page Marshall. And Tanya yanks again, and my dog triggers in white soldiers gobbing against the bedroom wallpaper. Beside her face, she yanks again, and my dog, coughing dry, still coughing, and still triggering dry, I say, "Damn, for serious, I felt that. What would Jesus not do?" And leaning forward with both of my hands spread against the wall, my knees folding a little, I say, "Easy does it." And I tell Tanya, "You're not starting a lawnmower." And Tanya, kneeling under me, still looking at the greasy, stinking balls on the floor, she says, "Oh boy." And she lifts a string of red rubber balls for me to see, and she says, "There's supposed to be 10. There's only 8. And what looks like a lot of empty string. My ass hurts so much. I finger around back there, and then I check my fingers for blood, and as much as I hurt right now, you'd be amazed there's not blood everywhere. And gritting my teeth, I say, "Well, that was fun, don't you think?" And Tanya says, "I need you to sign my release form so I can go back to jail." And she's dangling the string of balls into her black bag and says, "You're going to want to stop by an emergency room. See also impacted colon. See also bowel blockage. See also cramping fever, septic shock, and heart failure. It's been 5 days since I remember feeling hungry enough to eat. I haven't been tired or worried or angry or afraid or thirsty. And if the air in here smells bad, I can't tell. I only know this is Friday because Tanya is here. Paige and her dental floss, Tanya and her toys, Gwen with her safe word. All these women are yanking me around on a string. No, really, I tell Tanya. I sign the form under sponsor, and I say, really, nothing's wrong. I don't feel anything left inside. And Tanya takes the form and says, "I cannot believe that." And what's funny is, I'm still not sure I believe it either. Well, as of chapter 33, Victor's winning at life. Everybody's winning. I hope you're all winning too. Good luck. See you next time.